when I was like, I don't know, 18 or 19. My first job was in
Mm.
Livermore. Uh,
Right off the bat.
yeah, I couldn't find it.
Oh.
It was during a time where it's like jobs weren't hiring locally.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
like,
Mom is young. She's like 50 something, I think.
oh, okay.
Yeah. My
It's
mom's
like
young.
10 years apart from my parents.
10 years apart.
Yeah, my parents are like in their 60s right now,
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
like early to
Yeah,
mid
my
60s.
mom's barely like 50 something.
Oh,
Early
Same with my
50s probably.
parents.
Huh?
Same with my parents.
Oh.
mhm.
Enrico, you're the oldest, huh? Out of
No,
oh wait, you're second oldest
yeah, my
out of
sister's the
two, three
oldest.
kids. I forgot your sister. Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause I always only talk to your brother most of the time,
yeah.
unless we go kick it at your house or something. Then yeah, talk to your sister once in a while. Rose, right?
Yeah, Rose.
Rose, Jack, no fly. But yeah, when people see my parents, like back then, I remember back then, like
Mm-hmm.
automatically they thought, "Hey, I saw your grandma and grandpa." I'm like, "That's my mom and dad." It's like, that's how old they are. Like people
Mm.
assume they're my grandparents. Like, nah,
Oh
man.
well, look, Saran's family. He's the youngest out of his family. So
Mhm.
think about that. And he's our age.
Oh yeah,
Like it's crazy.
his parents must be old then.
His parents are like my grandma age, man.
Holy crap!
uh, yeah, a couple days ago was my grandma's birthday.
Oh yeah, how old is she
Too
now?
broke. I don't have a clue. I don't ask.
Too old to care. You're
Yeah,
like, ah, you old. I was kidding.
it's not just that. It's like I don't want to think about things like that.
Get off track. Yeah, it's okay. My grandma, I don't know how old she is right now. I think she's in her 80s at least. Yeah, mid
I
to
think
late
my
80s.
grandma barely hit like 70 something.
Oh
I have
damn.
one grandpa, one grandpa left. One grandpa, one grandma.
I have the only grandma I know right now because my real parents, or my real dad's side, my grandpa had passed away. But I think my grandma was about to pass away on my dad's side. Like she's bed. She's what's it called? Just
Bedridden.
like yeah, just l- literally living on the last oxygens.
Oh,
She can
Okay.
pass away at any time. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not really close to that side, so because I didn't grow up with my dad around, so it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know that family side. But Kira's a little bit more close to them because like our cousin before she passed away, like that was our only cousin from our dad's side that we actually keep in touch with and stuff.
Oh,
Before she passed away, like Kira was really close with her and that side like a little bit. Just not my dad. He really hates my dad, but as I grow older, I try to stop the hatred. I ain't trying to
Yeah.
hate nobody anymore. Try to be calm, nice.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know
That's
much about my
why
dad's side either. Just my mom's side.
maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
That's
Well,
how I think about it.
most of my dad's side, they're all in
Mhm.
Cambodia,
Oh, I
so
see.
I don't really talk to them or keep in touch with them. The only way they talk is like through Facebook chat,
Hmm.
and I don't have Facebook or social media, so
No, I see.
yeah,
You don't. I don't have you on anything. I don't even know how I keep in touch with you.
yeah, it's because of COVID. I just happened to sign on as Steam, and I saw
Hmm.
you guys like, who are these people again?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That's it. Like the only one that stick out the most was Ray. Like I remember his username. Like, oh yes, Ray Ray. Yeah, I know him. And then the rest was like
That's
I had to
funny.
think like, who's these guys?
That's crazy because I literally know you from little kids, and I just cracks me up. I mean, I
I
have a
just knew
forgetful
Sophia.
face.
I knew Sophia just through knowing people at high
Oh,
school. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, since elementary. I just didn't really talk to him
Rico never
because he
liked
was
me.
ugly.
Yeah, I hated you.
That's funny because I thought the same thing about Tony. I thought Tony never liked me back in college.
Yeah, he
I
also had
literally
the
didn't think he likes me. It
he
was
has
hella
the
funny.
he also had that emo smile too. Like
Yeah,
not emo smile,
that
but
hair and everything.
they just don't care about life. Like I don't care about
Yeah,
you.
our friend group was hilarious. But then I don't know what happened. I broke through that shell that he had. I was able to break through it. And next thing you know, he started talking more to everybody and everything, being more personal and stuff. I think I have that magical touch.
Probably Sophie.
No, it wasn't even
Sophie's
Sophie.
scared.
Rico was a hello run. I don't even know how I met Rico. I know it's through the friend group. But I don't know from who.
Did you play Call of Duty?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope. I was.
don't know.
That's funny because I was never a shooting game person. My first shooting game was freaking Combat Arms, but I was playing that as a little kid for fun, doing stupid things. I didn't really know what the hell.
Yeah, I used to play Combat Arms.
Yeah, same here.
That was funny. I never had a system like I never had a
The console.
never had a console that was up to date with everybody. When the PS3 came out, I had a PS2, okay? And then when I finally got a PS2 Slim, the PS4 came out. So my family was always broke. You know, I had to do things that I didn't want to do to make money, to get freaking money, you know, to able to let my little brothers and stuff play games and shit like that, things like that. My mom had to,
Yeah.
you know, my first PC was a renter center PC.
Holy
I
crap!
understand, man.
It was like $800, fool. We had to pay it every week, like $34, $50, and it was
Yeah,
just like a
they have
shitty
overcharged.
computer.
They
Yeah,
have overcharged shit.
but man, when I was playing that though, I was on that Maple Story grind. Man, my junior year, my senior year in high school, I was a god. Telling you,
Come back with pre-big bang.
pre Big Bang ain't no one touching me. My guild is off the heezy. I miss those Maple Story times though.
Yeah. And my computer would heat up like crazy during that time.
Same.
Was it AMD Phantom or something?
Oh yeah,
That was my
Phenom and
first.
all that stuff. Yeah,
that was my first CPU or something like that.
I had like a Alton 2 or something like that. It was a 3-core freaking AMD.
When I was younger, I used to do chores to get new graphics cards and memory sticks and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, Rico,
Yeah.
when I was younger, I had to do chores or I get my ass beaten.
I had to do chores to get stuff.
That's cool though.
That's cool.
Well, shit, you were the middle child. Plus, you guys only had like 3 people, so it wasn't really like too crazy. And your mom and stuff had a cool job and everything. So
My mom and dad,
you guys
nurse and electrician.
Yeah, really, really good.
I was spoiled, so yeah.
You were spoiled. Damn.
I was spoiled. I was spoiled too.
I forgot how it got to me. Like, I didn't really work for it. I just got it from my dad.
Yeah, same. I remember one day, I was watching TV. My parents came home with like a PS5, or a PS3. Like, here you go. I'm like, oh, thanks. Put down. It's like, what the hell? It's random.
Yeah. But my oldest
Damn.
brother, he built the part for me, so he put it together. So that's how I got into computers in the first place, because I am.
Shit,
It's
I
like
got
my
into
first
computers in
exposure.
middle school. That's when I started playing Dark Age of Camelot. I fucking love that game.
True.
The game
I
was
don't remember
awesome.
when I had a computer. I really don't.
I got like freshman year or I
Game
don't
on-
remember.
Game on some machines.
I think my freshman year is the first time I got a PS3.
PS3.
PS3?
Yeah,
Came out that
PS somewhere on there.
time?
Because
Maybe.
PS2 was like 6th grade.
Damn, hello.
Yeah. What's your worst job, Rico?
The worst
My
job I
bad.
hated?
Yeah, the worst job you ever had.
Oh, is working at UPS.
Really?
You worked at UPS?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yep. It was the worst job ever.
Labor, right? Hard labor.
Labor intensive, and then not just that, but the managers were fucking crazy mean. Crazy mean. I was like, what the fuck? And they like their job was like some of the hardest ones that I had to do. At everyone, I had to do irregulars, which is like irregular boxes. So I would get like the Bowflexes, fucking bed frames,
God
and
damn.
like heavy shit, like literally like truck leaf springs and shit,
Mhm.
like whole ass axles. And I would have to run them into trailers, but they would just come on a conveyor belt, so it would be back to back to back to back, and I would have to run back and forth. And I had little finger scanners. I had to scan the door in the box and put it inside. That shit was crazy, dude. And if I like what's crazy is that you're not supposed to let any of the boxes pass you. So if you're going hella slow, you have to fucking take all the boxes off and put them on the ground because if it's just hitting you back to back to back.
I worked a little bit for JCPenney warehouse.
I worked at
Kind of
FedEx.
like that.
I know what
Yeah,
Rico's talking about.
too.
Like I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Well, I know the feeling too because I did shipping and receiving for JCPenney and it wasn't as crazy over there, but when the days are heavy, it's crazy. Because you get 3 trailers to yourself to load, right?
Yeah.
To load for shipping.
Yeah.
So you get 3 trailers and then boxes are coming down like crazy and then they be like 80, 90 pound boxes of jeans, freaking whatever they have. The days that's fun is like pillows. If pillows day come, it just gets stuck in the conveyor belt and just spins around and they go up there. You don't see stuff for like a good 30, 40 minutes. You get to relax. But if it's not like that, damn, things will come heavy and just keep throwing stuff into the bag. Like,
Just not about clothes.
clothes, all types of things, whatever freaking JCPenney sold at the time, freaking pans and stuff and all that.
Oh,
And then like I complained one time and they took me off. Then they put me at this place called like reticketing. So I'm just sitting there looking at the little tickets and stuff, like the price on there, and you just put a new label on there to make it a different price. Most of the time I did it lower, always lower the price. This one time I saw it and they raised the price on it. I was like, damn, JCPenney, you guys are messed up for this. They raised the price on the tag. I was like, wow.
yeah. Yeah. I think FedEx
But
was
no.
like one of the hardest jobs. Yeah.
FedEx is very labor intensive.
I remember I grabbed like a package, like a really small package, like probably like this size or something. This size.
Was that the little ball chains?
It was literally like this heavy, or I mean like this, but it's really heavy. I don't know how heavy it was. It's like 50 plus pounds. Like what the hell's in here?
Yeah, I think those are usually like little ball chains. Because Saran be telling me because he works over there too for a while. I think he worked there for like 5-6 years too.
And then there's like almost the same size. There's a few a few boxes like them. Then one of the trucks that take them, I would like drop it in a truck, and then one of the driver was like, "Hey, be careful with that. It's gonna explode on your face. It's like bullets in there." I was like, "What bullets?" I was just like dropping it casually. It's like so damn heavy. They're like, "Man, be careful with that." Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
So ever since he told me, I've been very careful.
Yeah. It's true. You never know sometimes, dude.
Like the slide bullets in there.
Yeah, those labor intensive jobs is crazy.
I remember this white dude in front of me. Like he would have like a heavy workload. Like they're all, I think they durable, but he gets like the small boxes that come a lot down the conveyor belt. And then I would catch his stuff and put it to his side because I don't want it to fall on the back. And then he has like some anger problem every single time when he gets like overloaded with his work. He'll just like let it go down, and I'm just like pushing it to his side, like piling it up for him. And he'll just stand there on his truck like, man, screw this, like screw that. And then after a while, I would like screw it too. I'll let it go. I'm done catching your stuff. I gotta do my work too. So I just let it go all the way at the end. It was like, you're gonna make me stress out. I'm not gonna stress out for you. I'm just doing it out of, kindness and trying to help them out.
That's why I hate sometimes, like working in warehouses and stuff like that, manufacturers and stuff, production lines. Like, when you get a lazy person, man, it just ruins everything. Yeah, no one works as a team anymore and just goes crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what his deal is. He just gets pissed off by every little thing, really.
There are those people.
Yeah.
I seen it. I had my old warehouse job where I was sweeping trailers and everything, things like that, being a yard clerk. I worked with a bunch of felons. Bunch of drug addicts. Not drug dealers, drug addicts. Yeah. So they'll come inside and going crazy, chewing their tongues and everything, just smacking like, I've seen so much of them. They be fighting every day. Like, what the hell, man?
What was that one job? Nothing but fellas go.
Well, that place was called WCD. They were working under Trader Joe's stores and stuff, basically. We call it Trader Joe's warehouse, but it technically was called a World Distribution Center, I believe. And then, we were just holding all the different types of Trader Joe's stuff and all that. Well, I worked there for like 3 years total because I was on the transportation side.
Yeah.
So company got bought out, and then they ended up being, what was it, Penske. So I worked on the Penske for like about almost a year. Then they laid off like half the crew. Funny. And then like my supervisor at the time was Tony's neighbor. So like once I got laid off already, he was still working there, you know. So like I go to Tony's house to go to work in Livermore. Then he'll see me, he'll catch us, and he's like, "Oh snap, is that you, Kevin Lee?" I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" And then he was like, "Damn, fool, we need you back, man. The people here are so freaking lazy. I can't go back, man. I gotta go work over here now." He looked at me the next. Yeah, I told him too. He was like, "Man, they stupid for that one."
Yeah.
The freaking the first shift people are fuck lazy. That's all he say to me every time I see his ass. And then next thing you know, like maybe 6 months in, I saw him again, and then he was like, "Damn fool, I got fired." I was like, "Why?" It's like I tested positive for cocaine. I was like, "Oh."
hell.
I started, yeah, they were doing 12-hour shifts, night shift and stuff and all that. I guess that was his way of staying awake at the time, things like that. So
Did he get caught at one point or something?
he got drug tested because like people were saying things about him, I guess.
Oh.
And that fool, like, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're on drugs, you have a temper problem. He was always real cool with me, though, like real cool.
That's funny.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids.
This guy, when I was it after FedEx, I worked at Amazon, and this guy, he's always like, always above his rate, and they're just people suspecting like he's probably doing coke. Yeah, but I think Amazon is like a really depressing place to work at.
Hey.
Oh, I forgot. No, like during the time, like when I was working there in Tracy, it's always so depressing because you're always by yourself. For me, that is.
The Tracy one, I heard a lot of bad things because since Tony worked there, I worked there for one day at Tracy and I took a different job.
Yeah.
But then Tony tell me like, yeah, over there is just a whole different story to what it is now in Stockton.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Rico's warehouse and my warehouse are two different warehouses, but then everyone says it's a lot better than the one at Tracy. The one at Tracy is just wild.
Yeah, because like, you know, for the longest time, I always thought myself as a hard worker, right? Like, I always work really fast. And then when I worked at Amazon, it was like, I was way below the expectation rate. Like, really? I thought I was working pretty quick. I was sort of surprised. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah, Amazon.
Because Tony was working slow, and he said he was one of the top people. And then when we went to DHL or RK Logistics, me and him were like head to head, and we were the top people. But then he said the job was way easier than Amazon.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
all I can say right now, my job is easy as man. It's the easiest job I ever had.
My job is.
I don't feel like I'm doing anything.
Huh? My job is
semi easy, but stressful mentally. Yeah. That's what your job is. Ours is not really a mental game. It's just that I have bad ankles and Achilles tendonitis, so I can't stand for more than 6 to 8 hours. But damn, this job is killing my foot. I feel like rolling on the freaking ground sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't see myself going back doing physical work anymore.
I want to get out of it, but I just want to do something I enjoy in life, and then you never feel like you're working a day in a life again. Like the old saying goes, if you do what you like, you never feel like you're working. So.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what I like.
Maybe this whole podcast will work out. Who knows?
I mean, it's fun. I enjoy just talking.
Yeah.
And then, people out there.
I just think about Amazon. Like, there's a lot of like shady stuff going on over there. Like a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Like, well, mainly has to do with relationships where people are, talking to other girls and all that stuff. And.
Well, that's in general for like warehouses and stuff. They call it the warehouse relationship.
Did I tell you about this love triangle thing when I was working at Amazon?
Oh, trust me, it happens all over the place, man. But you didn't tell us about your situation.
So I was just a message boy, like the middleman, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And so I worked at Amazon for the first time, got laid off intentionally because I wanted unemployment, and then I went back to go Amazon temporarily, and then I was working for the agency,
Hmm.
and I was talking to this guy, and I guess this guy was an ex-boyfriend, forgot his name, and he wanted me to like deliver a message to his ex, the girlfriend, like,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, I saw your lunchbox on the ground earlier, and went to put it back the way it was, or where it was supposed to be. Somebody knocked it down." I'm like, "Okay, you want me to deliver that message?" So I went to the computer and what's it called? The IMS or something where they message people. Yeah, I messaged her directly like, "Hey, this so and so told me to give you this message. Like, somebody knocked down your lunchbox and he put it back where it should be and should be okay." Like, okay. And
Uh-huh.
I got like a weird response from that girl and asked me, "Was it someone told you this?" And I was like, "Yes." And she asked me, "Who was it?" And I said the name.
Hmm.
And I kind of felt suspicious at that point. Like, why is she asking me that? Like, should she know kind of the person and all that? Um, and then I try to like defuse the situation by saying, "I'm just delivering a message. That's it." So,
What
Hmm.
kind of message, you
I,
fucking nasty pervert?
I don't know. He wanted me to say that specifically to her, so I just did it. Like, okay,
That's what she
that's all I want.
says.
That's all I did. So I went back to him, telling him the whole situation. Like, yeah, it felt a little weird how she responded back to me. And then he pulled me to the side, like, "Dude, you could be talking to your man right now, the supervisor." So I guess the supervisor
Oh
was
shit.
is dating just one of the coworkers, and that's his ex-girlfriend. So supervisor in Amazon talking to her or dating or support.
So the
Um,
one that messaged you should have it was probably the guy?
yeah, it's probably the guy talking to me the entire time, and I didn't realize it until he told me. Like, yeah, you could have been talking to him.
Oh shit.
And the messed up part was a day later he was gone.
The friend or
The ex-boyfriend dude that told me to
the one
deliver.
that what the fuck?
Yeah, tomorrow, the next day he was gone, like completely gone, let go.
Whoa, what the hell?
And I was like, damn, that's really shady. Just because
That is.
it's just because I want to deliver a message for this guy, like,
That is
okay.
weird.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of weird stuff, man.
Yeah. That's really messed up.
At my old place too, or one of our old supervisors had to quit. He had to resign because he was dating one of his employees in the department. It was hilarious.
Mm.
Oh
Cause
boy.
she treated me like I was her son for some stupid reason, and then he started treating me like I was his son, and then be like, "You have a white dad and a Mexican mom, and we have an Asian kid." It's hilarious, and I just go with it like whatever. It's fine. You guys can say whatever you guys want. But then like yeah, he had to resign because they found out that he was dating her, and then like yeah, he was giving her all the freaking like I know my work ethic is higher than hers, but she scored 1 point more than me out of everybody in the whole department. I should be the highest. Me and Tony, like hands down, just me and Tony. I don't care what anyone else says. That we know what we put into the department. Without us, they run the shit. Like when we left, when COVID happened, they begged us to come back 6, 7, 8 months later, telling Tony like you could be supervisor and bring back your little buddy, and he can be to take over the lead for the our department.
Yeah.
But then like we didn't know about this until later on. But yeah, I was always wondering why was she able to get the days off she wants. You know, the freaking she always get the highest score, so she get the best raises
Mm.
and everything. She got hired on when I got hired on at the same time when I came a couple months before she did. It was just. And then later on, we found out, and we were like, "Oh, damn, that's how it is." like you sleeping with her. That's why I
That's
see.
how it is, man.
I was like, "Damn, that was crazy."
Yeah, people in their supervising position will take advantage of that. Like, hey, you want to race? You gotta do me a favor.
You know what's crazy though? I shouldn't be saying this, but we ain't saying no names out there. One of our co-workers actually slept with her, and she was in love with him, but ended up dating the supervisor after.
Ah,
And then a couple months later, they actually got married. That's
Oh,
crazy.
damn.